Hi everyone, just a quick video today. Unfortunately, both my children have been ill and both been on antibiotics, so just a slightly quicker video about the PSG game because I haven't had a chance to analyse it in detail properly. So apologies for that, but I'm sure anyone with children will understand how manic it can be when it's like this. So overall, PSG game, small step in the right direction, I'd say. In possession, still quite basic, still quite a lot of issues on the ball, but I felt like the intent was better, the energy was better. We pressed high up the pitch, we showed more bravery, particularly without the ball. We really tried to press up when we could. So overall, it's something to build on, I would say, and hopefully we start to see some more performances with this in it in the future, and hopefully build more on the ball as well in coming matches, particularly against Fulham on Saturday. But yeah, I thought the introduction of Bergvall and Gray made a huge difference to the team. Two fantastic young players that I want to see us building the team around, much like Pochettino did back in the day with Mason and Bentaleb. But I think these two have a much higher ceiling as players and can really become top quality. So I'd like to see us utilise their energy and their enthusiasm and their forward-thinking play, because I think that will make a massive difference to us on the ball. I thought the shape was interesting. I'm not a fan of diamonds generally, but it was quite a dynamic diamond that we played, and it worked really well for this specific game. I think it caught PSG by surprise. They weren't sure how to cope with it initially, and we congested the middle of the park really nicely. And as they didn't have Hakimi on the right, they really lacked width down that side to support Kvaratskhelia or Barcola. And that allowed us to kind of play a little bit more narrow, especially as Mendes on the left was also, he wasn't right and he went off at half time. So that helped us get away with it a bit. But we used that four in midfield really nicely, and we showed a lot of energy in winning second balls and going direct quickly and playing forward quickly when we could. So that's really encouraging. I thought Kolo Muani was absolutely fantastic. I've been saying he's a really good player. We've got a really good striker there. We just need to get him firing, get him fit, and use him more and get him on the ball more. Second goal, whilst it was a little bit of luck with the way it came back to him, that's the kind of action and thing he can do that I don't think Solanke and Richarlison are capable of. Yeah, so that was a really nice goal, I thought, and really good to see him firing, and let's keep that going. The goals we conceded, very frustrating. Obviously the long shots. We saw one of the downfalls of Frank's belief in having everyone drop into the back line when we defend deep. I don't like it. I think you should always press aggressively and try and stop the players getting shot away. The reason he does it is to try and deny space in the box so people can't carve you open. But I think there's a balance to be had where you can approach the man on the edge of the box and stop him shooting, but also block out space. And I think we need to look at that and reassess it. The actual strikes in Vitinha, what a player he is. But really frustrating with the goals we gave away. Vicario giving it to Romero, and then Romero playing the pass to Saul when he shouldn't have done. We didn't have enough bodies around to play out. And Saul was really poor as well. He's not particularly pressure resistant in those areas, and it showed. But I place a lot of blame on Romero for not using his initiative and realising actually I need to go long this time because we haven't got the numbers to play out. So that was really annoying because we were banging the game at that point, and I thought we might get something from it with the way we were playing. Obviously the corner goal as well, that was really poor defending, and then the penalty as well. So really frustrated with the way we defended. There were kind of individual errors for those ones, but also the shots, they were collective, the way we defend and the way we drop off. Passive is the word, and I think we need to be more proactive in engaging people on the edge of the box personally. We lost, that's disappointing, but the way we approached it, certainly out of possession, the way we tried to press higher up the pitch and play with more energy, much better. Something to build on. Let's see what we do against Fulham. I'm hoping to see a much more offensive lineup to use Xavi, Kudus, Muani, Bergvall or Gray. At least one of them has to play. And if we do that, I think we'll see better football just by getting those players on the pitch. But we do need to work on the possession stuff. There is a lot of work to be done there because the patterns still aren't really there. But I do think you can get over that slightly if you get the right players on the pitch. Overall though, look, I criticised Frank a lot in the last video against Arsenal. I worried a lot about bravery. In this game, he showed more bravery at least in terms of the way we approached it out of possession and trying to push up the pitch at times, we were never going to dominate PSG away from home on the ball. I'm not deluded, but at least we gave it a go. And it's something for us to build from now, and let's see where we go from here. Hopefully, fingers crossed, good performance against Fulham at the weekend and 3 points. I'll see you next week for another video. In the meantime, come on you Spurs!